So today we're going to be talking about one of the most anticipated movies of 2023, especially in the horror field, and that is Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm literally talking about it 5 months early because it doesn't release until October, but I wanted to talk about it early because I'm going to be going on a little bit of an adventure before I see this movie in theater. And I say that because personally I don't know this franchise at all, and I see so many horror fans are so excited for it. I know of it. I have a sibling who is a big fan of it. I have friends that are big fans of it. I see casual people all the time that love this series and love this franchise. And the biggest reason why I don't know it, like in terms of being a fan of it, is because I'm not a person who plays games. I'm not a gamer. I don't. Like, I have my few that I will go back to. I love like my games from childhood and whatnot, and I'll have my very select few that I would play now, but I really don't play video games in general. Never played a Five Nights at Freddy's in my life, but for so long I heard about this story of, Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard that it's super creepy. I heard that as a horror fan, like, I would love it. I heard all these things, but I was like, no, I'm not I don't play games. But then this movie got announced, so I'm like, oh, it's a movie form. People have talked about it at a very high level, so I'm like, okay, this is my perfect opportunity to finally watch this and kind of get an idea of what this story is. But I don't want to go into it being completely blind. The only things I do know of it is the looks. I know the looks of like the main character. I know the main character, Freddy Fazbear. I know him. I know what he looks like. I know what the other characters he's with look like. But that's pretty much it. I know these things, I think, come alive or something, and they must kill people. They gotta. It's a horror. I don't even know for sure. I don't know. I think there's a few human roles. I'm not 100% positive, but I want to make this video now because I'm 5 months out. I'm gonna, like I said, go on a little bit of a journey, and that's because my brother is a massive fan of this. He wanted to show me it for a long time. I always was like, no, there's no reason. But since the movie's here, he's gonna show me some stuff, and he's gonna be showing me a whole playthrough. So he's gonna play through all of the games. I'm gonna watch along with it, kind of get an idea of what this story is, see how creepy it is for myself too. Do all that, and then he recommended me the Markiplier, so the gaming YouTuber Markiplier, his videos on Five Nights at Freddy's and all his stuff. Apparently it's very informative stuff. So I'm gonna be going on a whole adventure going into this movie 5 months away, and I gotta say, like, I give it a lot of props because it is something that is so hugely celebrated by so many fans. And it was a small game at first, I believe, and now you see it now, and it's literally sprouted into its own film. Like, it's getting its own theater release. It's this whole thing. Maybe it'll sprout into a horror franchise, and like maybe there'll even be people that just become fans of it through the movies that didn't even know the game. Maybe like me. Maybe after I see the first movie, I'll be like, oh hell, I'm a fan of this stuff. Like, I love this story. Who knows? But I credit it massively on that because I remember back then when it first like was announced in the world and stuff, and people were digging it. And I think since then it's gotten like obviously tons of merchandise, tons of like Funko Pops, figures, shirts, all that stuff. You see them in like almost all stores. You see something related to that franchise, which is like, holy crap. And like I said, now you're getting a movie. And something else that excites me about this one is you got Matthew Lillard in this movie. He got announced for it already. And of course, he's known for playing Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. And my favorite version of him is playing Stu Macher in Scream. So now I get to see him in another horror thing, which is really awesome, especially something that's so highly celebrated by people. And I even saw an interview of Matthew Lillard talking about how he got the opportunity to be part of this Five Nights movie, and he said it's his biggest gig since Scream. So that is another thing that's huge praise right there by like an accomplished actor like him saying that. So there's a lot of excitement. I'm gonna be going on this ride. I almost want to maybe make reviews on like each game or something when I watch alongside my brother play them, and like who knows, maybe I'll do like reviews on like each game, or maybe I do a review of just the whole gaming series, and then I'll talk about the other videos, Markiplier videos later, or just maybe just a video on the story, just something related leading up to the release in theaters. But I wanted to talk about it now. I wanted to see if anybody's got any advice for me of like what I should look into as a person who doesn't play games but is interested in hell about this movie. And I genuinely want a bit of a foundation, a bit of a back story before seeing this film, not just like completely blind to, you know, what this game has been for all these years. And another thing I want to say in this video that I just remembered is video game movies, a lot of the time too, they don't translate well into the movies. They don't keep that same magic, but I don't know. So this one, that's another thing that this thing has, you know, up in the air of like, will it fulfill, will it succeed? I saw the Mario movie. That was really good. I really liked that. Obviously, I'm a fan of Mario since I was a little kid. I'm not really a fan of it in today's world. I don't play their games, but a lot of nostalgia with it, and I really liked that movie for what it was. But this one's different because it's horror. It's a horror thing. It's in my ballpark. It's what I love. It's what I love to talk about, what I love to critique, what I love to shower with love when those flowers are earned. And the hype is on. 5 months away. Like I said, comment down below if you guys have any type of advice for me. And even if you guys like want to write some stuff of like how amazing the original gaming franchise is or something like that, or what I'm missing out on, or anything like that, anything regarding, you know, the Five Nights at Freddy's world, comment down below. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Horror 31st.